We need an intro. We gotta intro this.
Yep. Okay.
Maybe. Okay.
We just did 3 intros.
Monkeys go directly to hell.
All right. So, I mean, I don't know. We can just do whatever. We can just start
Jesus
riffing again.
fucking Christ.
No. We can just start riffing again. So
You're
we find
so bad at this. I even get this the first time.
Hello and welcome. You are listening to. Shit, I forgot what podcast I'm on. Sorry.
Gorilla Radio Show. Yeah.
Gorilla Radio Show. Yeah. Not my podcast.
I figured
That's how you do an intro, people.
Yeah, episode
Come on,
44.
we need
I
some
was
showmanship.
I was thinking we would just start riffing and then we
Every
find
fucking
natural.
week. Every fucking week. Austin's like, okay, I'm ready. Let's start. And then he starts the recording and goes, well, I guess.
are we live? Oh, damn.
Are we live? All right.
Oh,
So,
by the way, really quickly, I just want to say,
I just mustered up the strength.
because I said it on the last episode, I called the shot. Last episode, I said, wouldn't it be so fucking funny if it was actually our 2-year anniversary, that episode, and we fucked up. And as soon as we stopped recording, we discovered that that was indeed our technically 48th episode of the podcast. So minus Congo, we're episode 44 now, which means, hey, look at us.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
2 years,
we
yeah.
made it past 2 years.
I guess we're not doing anything big this year because we're all exhausted and
We're
want to
just
die.
chilling.
You get a gorilla. You get a free gorilla from the
We get a
Everybody
whole
gets a
gorilla.
free gorilla.
Yeah, we're sending gorillas to everyone.
If you're on the Patreon, you get a gorilla. You're welcome.
Whether you want it or not. I'd like to introduce you all to, first of all, our very special guest, CT.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Nice to be back on.
But yeah, this is a very special episode because it's almost Halloween. I'm probably going to release this on Halloween to the public.
Ooh.
And we're going to talk about like spooky and magic stuff regarding primates.
This is going to be... I love these things. I love talking about ghosts and shit.
Greg loves ghosts.
Yay.
So, first though, I did want to sort of connect the 2 episodes that you've been on with a little bit of monkey news regarding the sciences, and that is this very scary article I found, headlined "Monkey survives for 2 years after gene-edited pig kidney transplant."
Yo, that's
which
so
is
cool.
Devil shit.
The longest for any interspecies transplant in terms of survivalship.
I think there was the right amount of people and the right amount of science back when we did the 4 humors.
Yeah.
You want to go
We
back
need
to
to bring back
Paracelsus? That's your thing?
Absolutely.
I need my humors drained ASAP.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, folks. Anyways, so
Cannot commit to even his own bit.
no, I was getting enough of a laugh, so I needed to pivot really quick.
Just because you mentioned humors, I have to share a fun fact now.
Okay.
You want to know what the 16th century solution for a bullet wound was? Like a musket wound.
Die.
What was it? To die.
It was a poultice made of feathers and cow manure. That's what humors gets you. They get you like cow manure
Did it
and
work?
feathers
But did
rubbed
it
into
work?
your wound.
I don't think it worked.
work?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it
You know
caused
what's
a lot
crazy
of
is
gangrene.
that even Paracelsus, who was an infamously crazy like revolutionary doctor at the time, basically told every other doctor at the time, hey, stop doing this. It's killing people. It's like visibly killing people. It's causing infected
So it
wounds.
did not
Just
work.
don't do that.
It did not
Okay.
work.
And you know
Mark
what's
that one off.
He was like, hey, just keep the wound clean and let the body heal. And you know what? It worked. Crazy.
That's crazy. So it says here,
What do you mean it says here? You wrote it.
what the article's from nature.com, which is I linked it. It's Nature is like a pretty well-respected science
always
journal.
linking shit.
Always linking shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
this guy and his
sources.
sources.
But specifically, this was said by Wenning Kin. I think that's how you say that. who says, "This is proof of principle in non-human primates to say our genetically engineered organ is safe and supports life." Which, to an extent, I mean, they got it working for 2 years, but
Yeah, what happened after the 2 years?
I'm actually
He
not
grew
sure.
wings and descended to hell.
Turned into a crazy hog monkey.
The devil dragged him back to where he belonged.
Medicine is against God's plan, chimp.
It does say none of the monkeys that received kidneys without 7 human genes implanted survived for more than 50 days. So, I mean, I feel like maybe they might want to do
That
monkey
means they
genes.
did work for at least
How much
20
mischief?
days.
How much mischief could you get up to if you had 50 days in pig brain?
If I had a
Well,
pig's
it's
brain-
pig kidney. It's
I don't think I'd need to tell you how many truffles I'd find.
Let me
I
see
th-
if I can. Oh, there's no abstract available. I'm trying to find like where they
You
disclose.
should have done this before the episode. Next.
I'm trying to find out how he
had a
died.
pig liver, dog. If I had a pig liver, I'd be
Oh.
fucking that shit.
Be slamming.
I spent
I
50
bet they could eat
days
so much
off the wagon.
brain.
I'd be having sidewalk slammers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I'd eat so much plant detritus it'd make your head spin.
They also received an immunosuppressive drug cocktail, which, hey, yeah,
Nice.
could be something. Love drug cocktails.
Huge man.
Yeah, no, it's not saying how they died, which is a little. I'm assuming organ failure, though. So we can chalk that up to organ failure and
Seems
move
like
on.
they should mention that.
Yeah, I don't know. I figure Halloween, we're going to talk a bit about primates, or primatology, and the occult. But first, I need to, we should probably establish this at the beginning. Where do we draw the line between, occult and, myth and belief or superstition in societies? Like, what
Where I'm
specifically...
personally uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah. Where do we draw the... How do we define occultism? Is it, specifically a European thing?
Okay, Austin, you put this in the outline, and I need you to know this is one of the hardest possible things for any theologian to do.
It is the vaguest fucking question.
That's like asking
Institutional support.
That's like asking an English major, like, "Hey, how do you define a poem?" I was like, "Oh, gee, I could get
lines. That's
a
it.
postdoc trying to answer this question."
Yeah. Well, what are your thoughts on it?
Generally speaking, okay, the sort of biggest umbrella that I study is esoterica, right? Which is like information that is so specialized that you need special knowledge to understand it, right? Like anyone can read the Bible, but say there's a book that's written with such specific Bible knowledge that it takes some extra special schooling to learn. That's esoterica, right? But that's not necessarily a cult, right? A cult is usually when you have that special knowledge and you try to specifically make it, you try to specifically hide it from other people. A good example is a lot of African diasporic religions, right? You had these original Yoruba-derived religions that were then brought over on slave ships, and then to kind of occlude their religion, to hide their contemporary religious practices from the largely Catholic and Protestant people that owned these people, they kind of wrapped them in the aesthetics of Christianity and more European practices so that they could continue to practice in a hidden way, right? That's kind of what defines the occult, but at the same time, it's also kind of a big general umbrella term for anything kind of weird and wonky. Religion generally requires a dogma. I mean, defining a religion is one of those, you can't really do that. They all overlap in messy ways, but generally you need a dogma. You need a group of people or a person who says, this is the way that you need to act, and here are the rules. And then you have a sort of community based around those rules. That's a religion. And they all interact and overlapped in very messy ways that are difficult to explain for a podcast about gorillas.
Yeah. No, you know what? That's a sufficient answer. I'll take it.
Yeah.
We're not just a podcast about gorillas,
Yeah.
by the way. Sometimes we're also a podcast about suicide methods.
Oh, well, excuse me. Sorry.
Occasionally.
Don't get
I
it
should have
twisted.
known. Duh.
But, yeah, that's,
So-
yeah, Austin, that is a super vague fucking question.
I don't know. I wasn't sure how to like proceed. I
Because
figured
you're also separating in your own question indigenous belief and religion, like they're both not religions.
No, I know, but
Like,
like,
it's
I'm
like,
just,
dude,
I'm just,
how,
I was throwing words on the paper there, Greg. I
To
was
be
just
fair, you can kind of separate those because, like, you ever heard the term shamanistic?
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
that's one of those kind of wastebasket taxons that people are like, well, this thing doesn't really fit our traditional definition of religion, but it's effectively a religion in every way that matters. So they call it a shamanistic religion. And that's not really useful, but it
Yeah.
does illustrate that difference. Like,
No, I've unfortunately become an anthropology grad student since you've last spoken to me, so I've become familiar with this to an unfortunate degree, I think.
I gotta-
Big in on druidism.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
mean
the thing
that.
that has no historical evidence for it whatsoever.
Don't care.
We're making it happen.
Making
We're
it
starting
happen.
now.
Oh yeah, how many Yeats poems have you read?
Bring
There
me
you go.
back. Bring me the old Irish gods. That's what I think I'm believing in.
I'll believe anything.
I hope you can read Latin because those are our only sources on that shit.
I gotta learn.
Better start learning Latin, buddy. So,
Put on.
Um,
Get ready to learn Latin, buddy.
so this was basically just a convoluted segue into. I wanted to start talking about some like fun overlaps between like things that aren't necessarily like well defined as like myths or superstitions or what have you, but just like
I need to get something out.
What?
I've been having this thought in my head.
Okay,
I
yeah.
gotta get it out, and it still has to do with what we were talking about a second
Okay,
ago.
okay,
I don't want
yeah,
you to get
go
too
ahead.
far away. All right, so I've been on this deep YouTube hole for probably 6 months now, where I learn things about the Indo-Europeans. And there's this bald English guy. There's this older bald English guy who
Okay.
goes real deep in on the myths. I can't remember his name, but I feel like you would like him if you don't already know. It's some with a C. Kriegenford. He's good. Kriegenford. He's got good
Okay.
shit about the Indo-European mythological tree and everywhere it goes. Anyway, I've been really big in on that shit lately.
Okay, yeah.
That-
So
That is such a fraught topic. Oh my god!
Isn't it?
Like, you got to understand that anyone saying like, "Oh yeah, I talk about like Indo-European religion," that is a massive red flag.
Yeah, you gotta tread this. I've been treading the YouTube algorithm between people who are doing genuine like historical study and people who are like Nazis.
yeah, it's hard.
I-
just like any second.
I'm looking
Any
at this,
second it can dip right into that.
I'm looking at this YouTube channel right now, and it's nothing but like AI pictures that are like white Buddha 6-pack, like white Buddha shooting lightning 6-pack. Like,
Yeah.
On that guy's channel?
yeah,
No.
yeah,
I think get fun ones. No.
yeah, yeah. There's like all these
Greg
pictures of,
accidentally
like,
vouching for.
Am I accidentally vouching for something bad?
this. I gotta say, man, this is
I don't
not
see white
looking-
Buddha here at all.
I gotta say, this is not
Is it a
looking
different-
great, man.
Are we on the same channel?
Oh, just link it in chat. Link it in chat.
I don't see white Buddha.
I don't see white
okay,
Buddha.
no, there's no explicit white Buddha, but there's a white Zeus.
Wouldn't Zeus be white?
Well, is
You ever-
Mediterranean.
You ever been to
same thing?
Greece?
Yeah, no, I think they don't.
Oh, we're doing some good shit now.
No, we have to move on.
Let's
We have to move on. No, we have to move on.
Are
No, we have to
Greeks
move
white?
on. We have to move on. Stop. No,
Let's-
please. please.
Or
Let's talk
are they
about how
Turks
Christopher
in
Columbus was
disguise?
secretly Turkish. And he
Okay, so
He was
basically,
actually Albanian.
this whole thing was a segue to talk about a couple of fun beliefs that are not codified in a particular way that's been observed, but basically, the second article I've linked here is about how one of the many held beliefs of the Malagasy people of Madagascar is that an eye lemur pointing its long, gross little crooked finger at you is basically either an omen or like a direct curse. Like a curse is being placed on you if that happens. And
Ooh.
in some cases, it's viewed as like so bad that if you even see one, you gotta like fucking kill it instantly so you don't get cursed. Some villages will even kill eyes and string them up as a warning to others, like
my
to
God.
ward off evil spirits, basically, and bad omens. It's basically like
I love
just
witchcraft.
like
Yeah.
essentially. I don't necessarily blame them because if I was looking at an eye and like for the
Hold
first
on.
time,
Hold
and I was
on.
seeing an eye for the first time, and
Hold
it pointed
on.
that little fucking finger at me. I would
They've been
freak.
there forever.
Well, yeah, but
Sec-
like I'm just saying, like if I saw one and didn't like and wasn't a primatology student, I would probably freak the
Are
fuck out.
eyes not cute?
I
Like the
know
thing
for
in
a
Super
fact
Monkey Ball? Oh.
you would
No.
not do this, Austin, because
These things look like demons.
the eyes has the same appeal as pickles.
Yes.
Yeah, it kinda does.
Very
it
true.
It does.
Okay, so maybe I would be cool with it, but like
Pickles is fucking gross.
I understand why people think they are demons. Is the thing.
They look like little imps.
Yeah,
I love
do.
them.
they're
They
the
definitely-
closest things to like demons on this earth, I think, in
they can-
appearance, maybe.
These things straight up look like they can cast spells, like easily.
So like I don't blame them, but there's an interesting dialogue going on here of like, well, eyes are critically endangered, so like do we go there and do we tell them like, hey, stop killing the eyes, they're actually just normal animals. Like, you know, first of all, good luck convincing anyone that this is a normal creature if you've ever seen
Right.
one. But second of all,
Clearly, they're good at reproducing because there's been an attempted extermination on them for the last 10,000 years.
yeah, I guess.
Right,
Well,
right.
And the thing is, not all locales view eyes as taboo, or I believe the word for taboo is fadi. Or I'm probably saying that wrong, but
I'm sure you are.
yeah, I'm sure I am. But basically, it's like certain areas specifically, but like also some areas have a taboo that you aren't allowed to like go near them, and so they purposely avoid them, which is good and what conservationists want. To like, you know, just leave the lemurs be. Don't go near them. Don't hunt them for meat. Find other sources. But also, is it unethical to like be like, yeah, these guys are fucked up. Don't go anywhere near. Like try to like spread like a fucking
that's-
evil rumor.
That's
Like the
definitely unethical.
Like
that's
the fucking
100%
cat
unethical.
cultists and the nuclear like annihilation plan. You know, we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna breed all the cats to glow when they're near the nukes and train everybody to be afraid of them, like they're the fucking Benny
God.
Gesserit.
Yeah, like, but like, is it something where if you like are talking to like someone in Madagascar and they're like, yeah, don't go near those fucking eyes, man, that's crazy. Well, is it something where you just like nod along and go like, yeah, no, those are, yeah, I wouldn't go near them? Or would you be like, actually?
The actual answer here is there have been instances of like I forget where it was, but there was an anthropological instance of a small culture that would practice like funerary cannibalism, right? Somebody dies, you eat part of their body, right? That's just like that was their funeral custom. But because of that, this endemic disease that spread through consuming brain tissue was devastating their population. And they had an anthropologist actually did like intervene and kind of explain to these people like, hey, you're like, these people are dying and it's clearly causing you a lot of distress, but it's like it's probably because of this disease that's being spread through this practice. But this specific anthropologist was like, you know, he basically lived in this culture for like a whole year and like learned the significance of all of these practices and their language and everything, and basically explained to them in a way that they would actually properly understand, like, this is causing a disease and it's this specific part of this specific funeral ritual that's doing it. And they changed. They were like, oh shit, we won't do that anymore. We don't want to keep dying.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So you could probably have an anthropologist who, you know, this would be like a, hey, take half a year off work to go like talk to these indigenous peoples and explain to them like, hey, there aren't very many of these things left.
Yeah, and honestly, to my knowledge, since this article has been published, there's been like developments in the sort of conversation, but Mostly, I wanted to talk about how it's just like a cool thing to happen. Like, it's not cool that they're like murdering the eyes because they're freaked
Make
out
sure
by
you
them.
restate that again.
But it's just like a cool thing that like because like I would also think these things were kind of freaky and cursed and casting spells on me. If you haven't seen an eyes finger, go ahead and Google eye finger, and you'll see that they have like really long spindly hands, and then their middle finger is like twig-like, very thin. And what they use it for is they go up to like rotten tree logs, and they use that finger and just tap like fucking just tap the shit out of the log. And
we should kill all of those things.
And they use that to locate bugs inside of the dead tree logs, and then they use their long ass fucking crooked ass yucky fingers to like siphon them out and scoop them out with weird precision. It's a very scary process, which like again
and
I think
that middle
might
finger
also
is,
kill them.
I was in the article. It mentions the middle finger's in a ball and socket joint, so it can move in any direction.
Oh yeah, no, that's the worst part.
That's so cool.
That's the worst part. It's like a 360 rotation finger.
They do literally have a fucked up little evil finger.
It's like a
They
drain
have
auger.
to
That's
go.
crazy.
They have to go.
Honestly, if I were living near them, I would also develop these kinds of superstitions about them.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
Especially because it uses its evil magic finger to like eat bugs. Like
I would be
even
leading the
more
fucking
evil.
village hunt.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, another thing is the way that they like make the openings to get to the bugs is they chew through the bark, kind of like a beaver. But something happened where their teeth are like really fucking strong, and they can chew through concrete. Apparently.
Oh my god.
These things are awful, and they shouldn't have
Crazy.
evolved.
Yeah, they're really scary.
That is like every time I hear about like a weird animal, I wish like Pliny the Elder had encountered it, because he was just like he was wandering around with just like, oh god, was he Greek or Roman? I'm forgetting
It was,
now.
Roman.
Yeah. Just like wandering around, and it's like, imagine seeing an alligator when you've never seen an alligator before and not knowing what an alligator is. Like it's like, that's a monster. That's a dragon. And I want to see
monsters are real and on this earth.
Right. It's like,
They live on Madagascar.
Not only are unicorns real, but they're enormous and stacked, and they hate you. and one of them killed my friend. Like,
yeah.
I want to know what Pliny would think of eyes.
I think he would classify them as some sort of imp.
I think he would have caused such a fucking stir that Christianity would have never taken off.
Yeah,
right.
Single-handedly intervened.
I think we would have gotten a cool little new mythological creature that's fucked up. You know, the monkey's paw shit. Yeah, we've gotten some new weird variation on that.
Yeah,
dope.
He'd say that there's like evil witch children living in an island off of Africa.
It is like a weird like witch's finger type thing. It's
a crinkled witch finger.
It's horrible.
So that's one that we've got to talk about. It's just, I mean, I believe I've mentioned it before.
We've been
but
talking about it.
We love to talk about it. Another one that we've also mentioned before is, I'm not sure how to classify this, because I'm getting this knowledge from Twitter users like from Borneo, basically, who are just like offhandedly remarking about it. I can't go to Borneo and like ask people myself exactly, but there's multiple instances of the proboscis monkey, which is called ungui in Kadazan, which is also the word for a white person's nose, apparently, which is kind of funny.
Awesome.
Which this is all like it's like racist to white people in like a really funny way.
Yeah, we spoke about this probably a year and a half, 2 years ago when we first started. We were talking about the proboscis, because I think we were talking about proboscis monkey is your favorite monkey, or was your favorite monkey. The one that got you into the whole game has it.
I think it still is. Isn't there one on the wall right behind you?
Oh,
Are proboscis monkeys still your favorite, or have they been replaced by chimps?
Why are you fucking soy jacking?
Yeah, it's soy jack. I can't even point at anything anymore else. It's soy jack. But yeah, there's like it's been called a tall tale or a joke or like a myth that essentially the proboscis monkey was a white man who got lost in the jungles of Borneo and never came back, and just became the proboscis monkey. Which there's many such
I
cases.
wish I could do that.
Yeah,
I want
many
to see
such
the
cases.
Junji Ito rendition of this story.
Yeah,
No,
this
I
is a
don't.
very Junji Ito-esque story, I feel.
There's like no I feel like that's not the only time that something like that has happened with monkey-based mythology of like, oh yeah, they were guys that like wandered up in
Fucked
the
up
mountains
dude, yeah.
and now they're these things. Like, wasn't that a
Yeah.
thing with the discovery of the gorilla by English anthropologists or botanists or whatever?
I think so.
I remember
There was,
something
like-
similar.
It was like people thought they weren't real. Like people thought they were just like legendary mountain
Yeah.
spirits until somebody
There was like
actually
a brief period where they were like, those are just guys up there.
Right. Or they're like cryptids or something. But then
Yeah.
somebody actually found one and put it on an operating table.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm big on Bigfoot.
Right?
Yeah.
Imagine in your lifetime Bigfoot is discovered and it's a big, you know.
Imagine
but it's
some
gorillas,
German
you know?
colonist exploring Utah. Shoots a Bigfoot. It's just an Italian guy.
It's
But-
me.
Yeah, they get you. But yeah, no. There's many such cases of white people being compared to proboscis monkeys. Like most people are just like call the proboscis monkey like white guy or Dutch guy, primarily because the Dutch who colonized Indonesia, I
Look
guess.
just like proboscis monkeys.
Yeah, I guess they looked just like them with the whole beer belly and white guy nose. I guess I don't know. But yeah, no, it's something that I have to bring up when we're talking about this topic. So before we go into a couple other things, I also want to really briefly tell this story of the chimpanzee sanctuary that I was at that like I feel like was probably haunted. I can't remember how in depth I went into this, but I do.
Can we start
remember...
over for us real quick? Do you believe in
Okay.
ghosts?
You believe in ghosts?
No, I don't believe in ghosts. Only when it's chimpanzees, then I think it's funny
Loser.
and this might be real.
Only
I believe in
chimpanzees
ghosts.
can leave behind ghosts.
Yeah, I think only chimpanzees have spirits and souls.
They have a lot of unfinished business.
Yeah, they have a lot to do.
True.
So, specifically though, the like unidentified phenomenon is that like there was like a little rumor that like one of the chimps who died at one of the enclosures was like haunting the enclosure still, and part of my project when I was there was recording their vocalizations overnight, and they're pretty much sleeping through the night, but in the middle of the night there's like this spike of activity, and I zero in on it, and it's just like this little like tapping, and then they all start screaming, like actual
Oh my
like
God.
fear sounding screaming. And I don't know what caused it, but I feel like I've mentioned that before. But it's good to
Hell
bring
yeah.
up again on the
You got a chimp EVP, dog.
Yeah, I
Damn.
definitely I still have the audio file for it too, so I could
Find it.
probably I could put it
Yes.
right here. I'll put it right here.
I
It's
wanna
going to be right here, folks.
I want to hear the ghost chimp.
Yeah, so I'll put that in there. And the other thing that's weird though is the cabin that the interns had to stay in.
I love whenever you tell us about this fucking
Yeah,
topic,
we-
because
we-
you
we
always tell us
stayed
some
in a
new
wood
button up
cabin.
little
Fuck
fat.
cabin they put you guys.
They put me in a weird cabin. The downstairs was a gift shop. The upstairs is where the fucking interns stayed. But I can't remember how old the cabin is, but it's like old. And for some reason, behind the fridge, if you turn off all the lights and like look real close and like shine a flashlight on it, you can see like a very small, almost baby human handprint on the wall.
Oh my god.
And I don't know what that was about because I don't know where it came from or when or how. But
How old is the cabin?
I don't know how old the cabin was. It was,
Older than the reservation, not the reservation, the conservatory?
Oh yeah, way older. It was like a historical Georgia cabin, I
Oh
guess.
wow.
So do you
Some
think it's
kind
like
of
ghosts?
thin baby living behind your fridge.
Yeah, a very thin baby.
We need to produce an episode of Ghost Hunters where they go into like a fucking
I'm
chimp
so in.
sanctuary. Like, yeah,
Oh my
like a
god,
zoo
that
or
would actually
something.
kind of rock.
That
That'd
would
be
be
so cool.
So
We get like
baller.
the phasmophobia gear, like the radio that sticks
Yeah.
really quickly.
Are there any haunted zoos we can visit?
I bet
I
there
tell you,
are.
I saw dead people the other day.
What?
No, you didn't say that.
You
Greg.
know how I see them sometimes.
Like ghosts?
Uh huh.
Oh,
You saw a ghost? Who'd you see?
Sometimes I see dead people.
Sometimes you see dead
Okay.
people.
okay.
It happens.
You
No,
wanna
I'm not going
elaborate?
to talk about it here. Join the Patreon, fuckers.
Okay, you're gonna. Okay, you haven't talked
Oh.
about it on the Patreon either, though. So I guess.
Good. Now it's Patreon live.
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna talk
I
about it.
will
next
talk about
bonus
it. I will
episode.
do a whole episode about it, but
Okay, we'll do a whole episode about Greg seeing ghosts. Which, speaking of the Patreon, we're about halfway through the episode, so now's a
Yeah,
good
that's fine.
time to bring up. We have stretch goals now, folks.
Wow.
If we get like $7 more a month, we're going to start donating 10% of all of our proceeds, future and now, to primate conservation. We're probably just going to have someone or like the community decide which place to donate to, or maybe it'll change every month. Who knows? But basically, it's something we'd like to do. So starting at $300 a month, we're going to do that. $350 a month, we are going to be releasing the bonus episode about Joe Martin the orangutan, the Hollywood.
An all-timer.
Hollywood baby. It's an all-timer.
It was a very fun episode.
It's a great episode. You guys would love it.
You guys
So,
love
you
to
know.
hear about ape-related maulings, so you'll love that episode.
Also, I made a promise in that episode,
and you have to
something.
find out what it is.
and I'll follow through on it for anybody who does it.
How enticing.
Yeah,
enticing.
but you got to join the Patreon to find out, I guess.
Hit that stretch goal.
Yeah,
Hey,
I forgot.
Get that stretch goal.
400.
Which-
What were we saying for 400? Oh yeah, we're gonna start sending our $5 tier and up patrons signed Polaroids of our cats, including Jimmy, Mr. Pickles.
Yay!
Jimmy will be there. Ozzy will be there. Freya will be there. My other
The
two
gang
cats,
will-
maybe.
yeah.
Who really cares about them on the podcast?
500 a month. We're gonna do a 24-hour live stream.
Woof.
600 a month. I'll get one of those like little TikTok, little fruity, dangly earrings. I'll fulfill the prophecy.
Is that all the stretch goal is for $600?
I don't know. Maybe we'll
Maybe
think of
I'll
something
get one
better.
too. I'll get one too.
We'll think of something better. But
We'll all get one. Chandran, you have to get a little gay, little fruity earring.
I already have dangly earrings and
Well,
fruity earrings
fucking-
because I am
you gotta
fucking
get
gay.
two.
Leave me
you
alone.
have to get two.
Stop trying to push your weird heteronormative
You have to get a second
bullshit
one.
on me.
You gotta get
That's
an
what I
eyebrow
said.
piercing then.
yeah, you gotta get an eyebrow piercing. 700 a
Never-
month.
I'm not-
We're all gonna get tattoos of an ape somewhere on our body.
Hell
Oh, hell
yeah.
I'm getting Curious George on my leg for anybody who's interested.
Pussy,
Oh,
you can
that's
get
fun.
a better one than that. Curious George on your leg, dog? Come on.
What's wrong with Curious
I'm
George?
Curious George.
You get a fucked up little dude, and you
I'm
pick
gonna get a
Curious George?
biblically accurate angel chimp.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
I should write that
800 a
down.
month.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
Um,
commission that. You know that Sig Cat guy on Instagram?
Yeah.
I'm gonna commission them to draw me a fucking, I don't know, like a gorilla smoking or something. And
I will
put that
say,
on my body.
the one of the guys that worked at the chimp sanctuary that I was just talking about being haunted, was really, really good at drawing chimpanzees for some reason, like photorealistic.
Do you think maybe it's
crazy.
because he had the same kind of autism you do?
I think so. Yeah, probably. And he actually got a couple of his drawings tattooed, like on his fucking forearms. It kind of rocks.
Nice.
So we can also hit that guy up.
Photorealistic
$800
chimp
a month
smoking.
Oh, $800 a month. Jaden, for everybody in the $10 tier and above, Jaden will be making you a small Travis the Chimp crocheted doll with a little GRS branded t-shirt on.
That's crazy.
I've already worked out the logistics of this. I can
That's-
order doll t-shirts and we can put them on the chimps.
That's crazy.
So
That rocks,
$10
though.
a month, you get a fucking stuffed animal. So come on, guys.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
come on, let's reach those stretch. 900 a month. We're not sure. Maybe they'll just make me do something gay
I thought we
and
had a
or
$900
gender
a month
confusing
goal.
again. No,
Gay
we
and
didn't-
confusing again? How
Yeah.
confused are you right now, Austin?
900 we haven't decided yet, but we'll think of something. And 1,000 a month we'll do like a special 3-part series and also donate the whole first $1,000 that month to the primate conservation fund that we chose. It'll be like the reward at the end. So yeah, that's our little That's our little pitch. Guerrilla Radio Show, Patreon.
Hold on, I got this. And by the way, CT, why don't you tell us a little bit about your work?
Oh man, my favorite thing about this recording session that we're still totally doing and is entirely contiguous is the fact that I can promote my podcast, Desperate Acts of Capitalism, wherever you can listen to your podcasts and also on Tumblr. Thanks for asking.
No problem.
All right, so
Back to the show.
Back to the show. So I want to talk about Satyrus, the ape in medieval bestiaries, I think described in Carl Linnaeus's Systema Naturae as well.
See, okay, think about Systema Naturae and Carl Linnaeus. That's the 17th century. Like, the medieval era has been over for 300 years at that point.
Yeah, so it's weird.
Yeah,
like,
you
so,
fucking idiot.
No. There's a bestiary and there's Systema Naturae that it's in.
No. It seems like this was in Systema Naturae because Linnaeus was intentionally categorizing it as like a fake animal. Like, he put it in the taxon Animalia Paradoxa, which is where he put like fake shit and like mythical creatures. So I think that was only in Linnaeus because Linnaeus was saying like, this isn't real. Like,
okay.
And it's right there in the fucking screenshot that you put here, Austin. Wastebasket taxon.
Love a good wastebasket taxon.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was just putting it in there as like a speculation, but no, that's straight up like a disavowal of it. But
no,
anyways,
it looks like it goes back to Felipe de Thun, who's like 1575, and Thun was like he thought that a lot of animals were like demons that God made intentionally to be evil. So it's possible that actually, here, let me click through this shit. I have it right up. Hang on.
This was a Portuguese guy, wasn't it?
I think so, yes.
I'm so good at that.
I know this guy.
It is said that the devil mocks evildoers and will carry them in front of him to hell while the good remain behind his back with God.
Hell yeah.
The ape is usually equated with the devil. It is said that just as apes have a head but no tail, Satan began as an angel in heaven, but he, quote, lost his tail because he will perish totally in the end.
Do angels have tails in the Bible?
No, I think they're talking about ape tails as like a parallel for angel wings.
Oh.
I guess the idea is that chimp grace is stored in the tail.
Yeah.
Where all the divine energy
So
is.
what are the implications on Goku from Dragon Ball here?
Ooh.
Is he damned to hell since he cut off his tail?
Well, didn't he literally go to hell at one point?
I think he did.
I think he did.
Yeah.
Usually he
Yes,
goes to Goku heaven though with King Kai. Maybe it's just because his vibes are all
I
right.
thought that was just like another planet.
It's got great vibes.
It's called Otherworld, and it's not really heaven. It's just sort of like a really long trail with a bunch of little tiny planets, and like you can just
Okay.
chill and hang out.
That makes sense.
It's very.
It's Dragon Ball,
they
experts
put the
fucking
fields
gaming.
of Asphodel in fucking Dragon Ball.
It's called
Kinda.
Snake Way. But yeah, no, it's I believe Linnaeus is quoted as describing the Satyrus with the following qualities. It's hairy, bearded, it has a man-like body, it gesticulates much, it's very fallacious, and it is a species of monkeys, if ever one has been seen.
He's describing Italian people. It's also the first time you've ever said Linnaeus right on the first go.
Have I been saying it wrong?
You've said it wrong a billion times, and we always correct you. And this is the first time you've done it like of your own volition.
Well,
The
I've been
Wikipedia
hearing it more
illustration
lately.
is the Topsel illustration. Have you ever seen his rhino?
I have
No.
not.
I'm about to.
I will post this in the Discord chat. This
Yeah,
is one of
let
my
me see
favorite
this.
images. Like, so Topsel is famous because he would try to make natural illustrations of animals that he had never seen before.
That's always so much
awesome.
fun.
Let me show you this shit.
Also, that's not even the right animal. That's supposed to be a satyr.
So check
No,
out,
no, this
check
is
out this
different.
rhino.
That's actually
my
that's
God.
like not terrible.
That's like
It has, like,
it's kind of close, but it's got
wings.
armor and oh my god!
It's got armor.
That's
it's so
better than I
cool.
would have given.
looks like a
for somebody who's
fucking
never seen a rhino.
Kentaro Miura illustration.
Right?
That rocks.
I love how
Who the fuck
distinct
is
its
that?
toes are.
the guy who
Made Berserk.
Yeah.
Good dog.
Berserk.
I don't. Is Berserk a book or is it a TV?
it's a
It's a manga
Japanese
series.
manga.
So it's a comic book.
We got Top Cell baboon illustration.
Oh, fuck
hold on,
yes.
we gotta see that.
That
Oh,
feels like a baboon.
he's sitting on his balls.
He's got the ass.
He's got the big
Yeah.
ass.
He's
That's
got
perfect.
the ass.
That's perfect.
That's spot on.
Honestly, he's not terrible at this.
No,
He's not
honestly,
bad at
listen.
this.
You
I've seen
Yeah.
see those old, fucked up medieval
I've seen some
illustrations.
bad
Or
medieval
not, I
monkey
don't know if it's
pictures.
even medieval, but these old illustrations of people trying to do this, and they fucking suck at it.
Yeah.
For real.
Top
also-
Cell's 2 for 2 so far.
Let's
Well,
see.
the thing I'm still confused about is the goddamn satirist.
Yeah,
Is
it's,
it
it's
supposed
not a
to be a
satyr.
satyr?
No, it's not
Is
a
it?
satyr.
But-
It's different.
Well, that's what Top Soul has it categorized as.
Well, no,
It's a
no. It
satyr.
says not satyr, satyrus.
Well,
Is
oh
that
yeah,
not
but
Latin for satyr?
No, satyr is Latin
I
for
guess
satyr.
not. I don't
Are
know
we
how
sure?
this works.
Yes, I
He
am.
al- it
Is
says
it-
Edward Topsell spells it Satyre, which also
Yeah,
makes
that's what I'm
it a bit more
talking about. Is
confusing.
Satyr.
his illustration?
Well, that would be Wikipedia's wrong if that's true, but I don't know. But no, because there's no like
Wikipedia is
hooves.
never wrong.
There's no hooves on this
Oh,
thing, so I don't.
Other
think-
than that giant banner at the top that says this article has multiple issues.
Let's see. The bestiary website that it has says Latin name is Simia, and then other names are Caliitrice, Calatrix, Cenophalus. Wait, that is not a Cenophalus.
We gotta give
Cenophalus-
shit cooler names again.
We gotta-
Cenophalus have dog heads.
we gotta figure this shit out. We gotta correct the record.
Colatrices, Cineophalluses, Guenon, Cygne, Sphinx. That is not a sphinx.
Oh, also,
Fascinating.
Whoa.
Felipe de Thaun is apparently from Normandy, the guy who described this creature
Huh.
in the bestiary.
Well, you can discard his opinion.
I'm in the
then.
bestiary. I'm in the bestiary right now, and the first thing, Aberenon, just the whole description is fish that lays eggs by rubbing on sand. I don't even know what the fuck it's trying to say.
Well, I will say the funny thing about this entry though is general attributes are listed as the female ape always gives birth to twins, one of which she
Mhm.
loves and the other she hates. When she carries her young, she holds the one she loves in her arms, but the one she hates must cling to her back.
Who else can relate?
There's like bestiaries were one of the things that like really got me into historical research. There's an entry in, I believe it was Pliny, who said that like horses were impregnated by the east wind, and the gender of their
Baller.
child was based on what direction the horse was facing when it gave birth.
Oh, this fucking rocks. I love when they could just say anything.
Yeah, no one could check that shit.
There's so much whimsy in the world.
Aristotle
Like, you
says
could just-
that ants have 4 legs, and you can check. Like, you can just find an ant.
Do you think he got like really mad when people pointed out?
This shit's awesome. The bestiary is gonna be my new favorite thing.
Isn't it?
There's just all
Greg should
kinds
get
of
really into
crazy
this.
shit. There's all kinds of crazy shit in there, like regular animals that we all know about, and they're like, no, this shit drinks horse's milk, and sometimes it drinks so much it dies, and it's just like a snake.
There's an entry that says, I believe hyenas, if you look at them in the eyes 3 times in a row, you die instantly.
It's like
That's
Beetlejuice.
fucking awesome,
Right?
That rocks. Okay, so there's the next little creature that I want to talk about is the shug monkey, I guess.
What's a
It's-
pard?
It's pronounced shug. Like
Sorry,
shug,
I'm
Shug,
so lost.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
that.
learning.
I'm
I'm learning
You're
about.
probably
I'm
wrong.
learning about leopards, and apparently it's the illicit offspring between a lion and a pard. But then when you click on pard, it's a swift and deadly beast that kills in a single leap. Which, if you ask me, that sounds like it's already a fucking leopard.
The
It's
other
like they
half.
got 2 leopards that looked different, and they were like, "These are 2 different things
It's the
completely."
It's
magical
possible.
bastard offspring of a leopard and a leopard.
Hold on. I don't know why I opened up the Systema Natura, thinking I could read it. It's all in fucking Latin or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
let's
let me
take a
take a
look
quick
at this.
peek at
Let's
this.
crack open this tome.
I forgot about that part of it.
So the shug monkey or the shug monkey, it's SHUG.
The Suge Knight monkey.
I was say the shug monkey just because I think that's funnier.
Okay, so it's SHUG, but In the folklore of Cambridgeshire, this is
Maybe
an
it is
English.
Shug.
Cambridgeshire.
Cambridgeshire.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, Cambridgeshire. What?
What the fuck, dog? Come on.
Make fun of me. I don't. Anyways.
So, how much involvement did the Suge Knight monkey have in Biggie's death?
Well, he was the producer, but he had like mob ties, so it's hard to say for sure.
Well, this is an English cryptid, and I guess they stopped finding things enjoyable and whimsical in this world after World War II because zero sightings of the Suge monkey have been reported since World War II. So
The Blitz really did a number on the British psyche.
yeah,
It really
they're like, I don't
ruined
want to
them.
believe in this anymore. So
The Germans got them all.
yeah, the Germans killed all the Suge monkeys. So it's allegedly a creature that is a mix between a dog and a monkey that reportedly haunted Slow Hill Lane, a street that leads from the village of West Ratting to nearby Balsham.
That isn't real. You're making that up.
They live in such a fucking hobbit world.
West Ratting is a village I would make up to make fun of the English.
Also, just insane that this entire country has a myth based on like probably a shitty little two-lane road between one fuck-ass town to another.
Yeah, so it's a creature believed to have the body of a jet black, shaggy sheepdog in the face of a monkey with staring eyes. And it was also believed to be some form of demon.
Ooh.
It's described as a curious variation of the black shuck.
Ooh, okay. That's
which
cool.
is
What's the black shuck?
it's a ghostly black dog in English folklore that has a way longer Wikipedia page than this thing.
So black shucks are basically like they're sort of like black ghost dogs with red eyes, and they appear as like, you know how Mothman is supposedly shows up before big disasters or something. Like black shucks are kind of the same thing. They're a derivation of an actual historical European practice called a church grim, where it was believed that like if you were the first person buried in a new churchyard, then your soul had to stay behind to like guard the churchyard and like shepherd other souls to heaven. So what they would do is they would bury a dog in the first grave, so that dog's ghost
So
would
they're
be the one.
grims.
Yeah. They're kind of like black shucks are kind of like semi-evil church grims, kind of, where they like show up before disasters. So it looks like Shug Monkey is a kind of church grim.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just it's argued maybe it's like either the same thing or they share a similar origin. So like
You
maybe
just know
they
they were calling
accidentally.
the Irish this.
Oh no! Maybe they like accidentally
boy.
buried a monkey instead of a dog, though. I don't know.
Where did they
So
get
maybe
a
some
monkey?
wires got crossed somewhere. I don't know. That's
Some
I will say
Barbary
though.
Corsair was like, "Hey, you want a monkey? Check this shit out."
Maybe another one washed on shore.
Maybe it's like the monkey. Yeah, it's like the monkey that washed on shore. When you live in a country that's just a rock the size of like Tennessee, I'm sure word travels.
The black shuck was just a
Which-
Hartlepool monkey.
By the way, CT, have you heard about this? I think we talked about this literally last episode. I've been corrected by a British person. Apparently, it's Hartlepool, but the Hartlepool
British.
monkey
Oh, person.
is a monkey that survived a shipwreck from like a French naval vessel, and it was wearing a little French army uniform allegedly. And when it washed
my
up on the
God.
shores of England, they took it to the town square and like fucking hung it and killed it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking like William Wallace this fucking monkey.
Wait, what was this called again? Hang on.
The Hartlepool,
Hartlepool
monkey.
monkey.
And they still name their football club after they call them like monkey hangers.
If that happened in like my little like subtown of LA, I would never shut up about it. There'd be statues to this monkey. Like,
No, they actually do have a statue of a monkey there. I
oh
don't-
yeah, look at that. It's
It
on the
fucking
Wikipedia.
rocks. It's so funny. It's like my new favorite fact about Britain and monkeys.
Because the monkey was unable to answer their questions and they had seen neither a monkey nor a Frenchman before, they concluded the monkey must be a French spy.
Can you fucking imagine just like some 16th century fucking English guy be like, "Whoa, you working for the French?"
Are you a fucking Frenchie?
And
I
he's
think
just
he's speaking
screeching
French.
He's not squealing, Tony.
He's
Why the
Italian
English
now.
Italian?
I don't know. I just wanted to do
Yeah.
that voice.
The English Italian.
They haven't even
mafia.
met French people yet. You think you can introduce them to Italians?
I know, right? Which also an update on that.
Italians?
No. The Hartlepool. Do you know the Twitter account Footy Scran?
I do.
Yeah, there's this.
I don't.
It's this Twitter account where like it catalogs food that you can get at like football games, like in Europe, soccer.
Mhm.
And it's called Footy Scran because they've got to have a silly name for everything. And the picture of the cheeseburger at the Hartlepool Stadium is the most like fucking horrifically sad little piece of wet meat I've ever seen in my life.
It's like a 1 pound bun and like a 3-ounce patty.
Okay, Googling Hartlepool cheeseburger. Let's see.
You might have to go to the
Images has.
Footy Scran Twitter account.
All right, let's find this. Let's find this.
Dude, the British have some weird fucked up
Oh,
name for
that's
cheeseburgers too.
awful.
I'm sure they fucking do.
Oh yeah,
It's-
yeah, no, it's bad.
You can see through the cheese. That's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I think the worst meal I've ever had in my life was a burrito that I tried to buy in the Dublin airport.
damn.
Wait. Is this not the only thing? Because I'm also looking at something called a parmo and a bun from Hartlepool.
Is that
This one looks slightly better.
is that related at all to the Wigan kebab?
No, this is a parmo and a bun, which is, I think, English for chicken parmesan.
That
But there's
sucks.
no parmesan on it. It's just a piece of chicken.
Oh yeah, it's a plain chicken sandwich with
That's,
Yeah.
that's
fries
a
and
bit
mayo.
ridiculous.
Fries and mayo, I can rock with.
I can.
But,
Well, they call it chips there.
well, they lost the war. I can call them whatever the fuck I want.
So, before we get too into this, though, let's start some more topics. I don't know. There is something really interesting that I wanted to read before, like 30. I saw it 30 minutes before we started recording, so I didn't have time to read it. And it was also on eLife, the publication that just fired their editor-in-chief for making a pro-Palestinian statement. So I'm not going to give them that satisfaction by reading one of their articles. But where I was going with this is there's a long history of baboons in religion in like the sort of Egypt to Greek area. I believe, CT, you sent me the photo of the mummified baboon corpse that was sort of enshrined in one of
Yes.
the pyramids, I
So
think.
in Egyptian mythology, the one of the sons of Osiris is Babi, the sacred baboon, who's usually depicted as a bright blue baboon. And so it's like, you know, the Egyptian weighing of the heart thing, where they're like, you know, if your heart weighs more
Yeah,
than a
the
feather,
feather
Yeah, the
thing.
heart against the feather.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different like myths about what happens if your heart's too heavy, but one of them is that Bobby the baboon gets to eat your heart.
Oh, that rocks.
Yeah.
But and I was doing some. I was so fascinated by this that I actually flagged down my Egyptologist friends to ask them about this. But so turns out, like I was following a citation on the Bobby Wikipedia page, where it says
Mm-hmm.
that, like, okay, if you do get into the Egyptian afterlife, you have to take like a ferry there, and apparently there's a funerary text that says that the mast of the ship that takes you to the afterlife is Bobby's erect penis.
No fucking way.
I have asked my Egyptologists about this. I don't think. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Wait.
Because I desperately want a
Please.
picture of this. I
This
need
needs to
something.
be true.
Okay, I have a response. Hang on, let me read this real quick.
Waiting with bated breath.
Yeah.
Also, in the meantime, why is Thoth sometimes depicted as a baboon and an ibis, or like how does that work?
So okay, Bobby is like, you got to remember with Egyptian history, like Egyptian history is so long that there were ancient Egyptian archaeologists, right?
Yeah.
So Bobby was an Old Kingdom death deity, right? And then
Okay.
once Thoth became like the popular paradigm, Thoth kind of absorbed Bobby's aspects and then gained an aspect as a baboon, which is kind of like Thoth's
Ah.
destroyer form, which is cool. Which
Oh,
is
that's
like a
cool.
bloodthirsty, horny baboon,
That rocks.
right?
Real. You're just like me.
And it's also representational of Thoth's aspect as a fertility god.
Mhm.
His crew is the
They do be
Netherworld
fucking
fishermen catch
like
with their nets.
crazy.
Oh yeah, like there was a citation that said like like when you die your penis gets hard, right? Like rigor mortis.
Yeah.
Apparently
Mhm.
the Egyptians took that as an aspect that don't worry, in the afterlife you can still have sex.
Let's
Let's
go.
Yeah,
Right.
and
I'm adding that to my pantheon.
hell yeah, and Bobby is why.
Oh, thank
Shout
you,
out,
Bobby. Shout out, Bobby.
Thank you.
First
Bobby.
off, I really got to say how much I love the fact that in ancient Egypt, 6,000 years ago, Bobby was a name.
Right? It's Babi. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
We're
Who
going with
knows?
Bobby.
I'm calling it Bobby. That's my
Yeah.
that's my good buddy Bob.
Speaking of monkey gods and stuff, I have recently learned that the Grey Langur, very prominent in India, is known as the Hanuman Langur, which is very cool.
Huh,
Ooh.
that's
Um,
cool.
Also, I was curious about this the other day. I looked it up, but apparently there's no evidence for if what kind of monkey Hanuman is based on. He's just kind of a monkey guy.
I mean, I would
Or
assume
if he,
maybe.
or I also saw people say if he was a monkey, that monkey might not exist anymore
That could be possible. It's
because the
possible.
Ramayana, all that shit was written a long time ago.
A lot of monkeys went extinct.
Sure did.
Well,
Weren't fit. Didn't make the cut.
they didn't make the
Couldn't
cut.
do it.
Okay. I have Egyptologist says that like the Bobby's penis being the mast is probably a metaphor. Like he was the one who ran the boat, and the boat was often referred to as the body of Bobby, with his mast being the penis. But it's like how you refer to a ship as a woman. Like it's not. It's
This
not
is
like,
my monkey dick.
In ancient Egypt, they referred to the ship as a monkey's body and his cock in charge of getting us there.
Yeah.
They already have. They're already saying shit like poop deck all the time. Might as well
Oh,
add it
yeah.
on to the pile.
Arg, they took out the monkey cock.
We're dead in the water.
Return fire. Unfortunately, you do not get to go to the afterlife on a giant horny backstroking baboon, but you get to
That's
do that
choosing.
metaphorically.
I love to do it metaphoric. No, I don't. Why don't? No.
Yeah, you do.
No, I'm beating the fucking allegations.
So, moving on though is the next little funny little guy. Well, he's not a funny little guy. He's kind of a horrible little guy. Is I think it's the
Jaewon.
Jaewon of Chinese mythology, but also it made its way to Japan too, where it's called the Kakuin, which is
It says yokai.
yeah, it's a yokai basically.
A yokai is just is like a classification. It's like a general broad term.
It's like how we use
It just means
cryptid.
like spirit. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a yokai. It's not the yokai.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically like it says here that if a rhesus monkey lives for 800 years, then it becomes an ape, and if they live for 500 more years, it becomes Jueyon, or how do you say it again?
Jueyuan.
Jueyuan. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
learning.
making you do all the big words.
I'm learning.
Yeah, but if it was a Japanese name, you would have fucking just
Oh,
banged those out.
I've watched my share of anime, but yeah, basically the idea is that like this large ape person would just come and like kidnap your wife and impregnate her. So it's just that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, no, it's just that like
That's the whole thing.
pretty much like there's a couple
Okay.
like analogous cases of like people who are like orangutans will rape women. It's a very weird relationship that we have with monkeys sometimes, but I guess it's just because seeing monkeys having sex is a weird thing, and I guess like because they're so similar to us, and like maybe there's just some sort of fear that the monkeys could have sex with us, I guess. But I'm not gonna go fully into that can of worms. I think it's probably fine to just say that's a guy that exists.
I like that part of the mythology of this thing is it just kind of is great fuel for some racism.
Yeah.
The whole bit here is the what's it called again? The Jayon, the Jaywan. It kidnaps women, impregnates them, sends them back home,
I'm
and
not
makes
calling
them
you. We're
raised
talking about a mythical Japanese monkey.
Chinese.
Sorry.
But sends them back and has them raise the little kid, and then because it's not, the dad is a creature, they get the provisional family name, and they call it Yang, and wherever there's people named Yang, and one region specifically, the Southwest Shu, they said they're all descendants of the Jaywans.
Oh my god! So that's just like everyone with Yang in one area.
I guess so. Yeah.
Does that mean Andrew Yang is like? No, that sounds a little racist, actually.
I'm not afraid to say it.
No, but
Andrew Yang is descended from this creature.
from the mythical creature.
That's why he wants to do all the weird shit he wants to do to us.
Yeah.
A word?
But so there's 2 more items on the agenda here that we have. What was that? Is that a? Did you just get like a laser light? Okay. Scared me. So
I've been playing with Ozzy behind me.
this one, I didn't know where to put it, so I just threw it in there. I was trying to find out stuff about monkey ghosts. I was like frantically Googling, can monkeys have ghosts, to find out like if any like theology has made any sort of statement on this. But like you can't get anything specific about like people asking about monkey ghosts. Like you can get some stuff like, oh, animals don't have spirits, but
yeah, from fucking hater losers.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but ghosts
who have no
are
whimsy.
ghosts necessarily just spirits? Like at least
That's my thing.
At least within the Christian worldview, it's like a person is 3 things. You're a body, a mind, and a spirit. And I guess it's like you could conceptualize a ghost as like your leftover mind, although I doubt the Catholic Church has an official position on ghosts, but it's entirely possible.
They should.
Yeah.
Have they not seen The Pope's Exorcist yet? Starring whatever his name is?
I think we should
Russell
call up the
Crowe.
Pope and ask him. But yeah, the only thing I could find was a Quora question that just says...
I love Quora questions.
This is from Suhasini Sukhdeve, I think.
You're okay.
Close enough, maybe. The question is...
but you're fine.
The question is, do monkeys eat ghosts?
Oh,
sorry.
I'm always asking this. Yeah.
This is the person who answered it was the person I just said. They answered, no, monkeys do not eat ghosts. Ghosts are supernatural entities, often depicted as the spirits or souls of deceased individuals. And they are not physical beings that can be consumed by animals or humans. Monkeys are omnivorous animals that primarily eat fruits, leaves, insects, and occasionally small animals like insects, birds, or small mammals. But they do not consume supernatural entities like ghosts, as ghosts are considered fictional or spiritual entities in various cultural beliefs and folklore. Which I love how many bases were covered with this answer of this completely insane question.
Okay, well,
These people post to Quora like they're getting paid.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to take like a classical mechanics like humorist view of ghosts, like ghosts exist, like they're made of matter, they're just very subtle and have a hard time interacting with the physical world. So you could theoretically have a monkey that eats ghosts. It would just need to have some special way to eat ghosts.
Maybe the eye fingers, how they like get the ghost.
Oh yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I hate that so much. I hate the eyes.
The eyes are eating ghosts. Yeah.
Scoop it out with their crinkled witch finger.
Yeah.
If they do that to a corpse, they can eat the ghost.
Oh my god, we should introduce this new belief.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what?
Fuck up an indigenous society.
Fuck the ethics of it.
Yeah, let's be really unethical here and introduce a new, really
let's send
scary
an anthropologist to Madagascar and be like, "Yo, there's this podcast. You should listen to
You
this
need to
shit."
hear this. You need to hear
First,
this.
we have to introduce them to the concept of a podcast.
I'm sure. I mean, not everyone in Madagascar doesn't have internet connection.
What do you think's going on in Madagascar?
Yeah, they're not,
I wonder what the top
in a
podcast
village
in
in a village
Madagascar
where they're
is.
killing the weird.
Well, that's the thing. I think
I don't know.
I think it depends because I think like, well, I don't know. I don't know enough about the situation to make any qualified statements, but I don't know. Anyways, I think it's just like genuinely like it's weird because like we have a lot of like we consider ourselves an advanced like civilization with technology and stuff, but we still hold a lot of like superstitions and beliefs sincerely as a public. Like I mean, I don't know anyone in my family who would like not start immediately blaming like the jersey that they're wearing on the Buffalo Bills performing badly.
Well, that's fair. You need
Sports,
ritual when you're a Bills fan.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
The Chicago Cubs are doing some crazy mad, like esoteric type shit with their sports lore.
The only evidence I have that America is a civilized society is cookout.
Cookout for sure.
And you know what? Those
those
cookout trays are starting to cost $10.
It's
I'm
over.
I'm starting to lose hope.
The collapse of the
Losing
American
faith.
Empire is imminent. The West has fallen.
Oh, what are you doing?
I think I actually did not read this article. I just threw it in there because I was wondering if maybe this would be good content. I wonder if maybe we could all read this article and see if it's funny or anything. It's called the Legend of Monkey Road. It's a monkey ghost story that I figure might be nice to send.
Haunted by monkeys? A circus?
Sorry, I've
action?
gotten 9 pop-ups from the minute I clicked that
Yeah.
fucking link, dude.
It's ABC Local 8, WFAA. Athens has many stories of unusual activity, but few of them are based on fact.
All right.
Should we read it
I
out
can start
loud?
us
Or?
off.
Yeah,
I can start
let's
us
just
off.
read through it. It's not a
Sean
long
Giggy from Giggy, Jesus Christ, dog.
article.
If you're gonna put your name in the public eye, you can change it. You can change your name.
You could have been just Sean G.
This is
Anything.
Athens, Texas, for laying the groundwork.
Yes. The scariest story in Athens begins where one road ends. Yes, this is the Brit. What's a Texan accent sound like?
Sound racist.
I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna
There we
voice
go.
myself. Hold on, I can sound racist.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the bridge where the tales begin.
No, it's like Foghorn Leghorn.
That's like
Why? Yes, I'll
Not
say
even
this is the bridge
slightly
where the
Well,
tales
yes,
begin.
I say, this
I
is
say, I say.
indeed the bridge where the tales begin.
The
Said
simple country
Athens
lawyer at
native.
Coachella.
Said Athens native Elizabeth Perryman, pointing to the spot where Thunder Bridge once stood. The bridge isn't there anymore, but Perryman remembers when it was. Growing up, she heard stories that the road leading to the bridge was once home to something that wasn't human.
A simple search online shows that some people believe the road is haunted by monkeys. And so the legend began of Monkey Road, Perryman said. A long time ago, the circus was passing through.
You have to do the voice, Austin.
Yeah, do the
And
fucking
so the
voice. You
legend-
committed so hard.
And so the legend of Monkey Road began.
A long
I
time
say,
ago, the circus was passing through when a wagon tipped over and monkeys escaped into the woods. Some monkeys stayed in the woods, and rumor has it that some were caught by a man named Reverend Fuller.
Reverend Fuller?
Reverend Fuller, I guess.
Fuller put them inside a cage on a piece of land he owned called Fuller Park. In high school, Perryman and his friends would visit Fuller Park to see what had been described as one of the spookiest places in Athens. Today, the park is overgrown and unkept, but Reverend Fuller's still there, buried beside his wife.
Interesting.
I don't know why I'm laughing at that.
I see the next line, and it's also making me.
However, some folks believe there's something else buried. Tunnels.
Tunnel.
In fact, they say underneath Athens there are 5 tunnels, all connected in the shape of a pentagram.
Okay.
Now, hold on.
This is some fucking medieval peasant ass fucking lore.
Hey, like I
These
said,
guys have
what
for
do we have
Athens,
over the Malagasy people that we're saying this?
This is
and
some
believing
fucking
it?
satanic panic shit. This is some McMartin preschool trial shit.
Texas is a wholly unnecessary addition to the world.
But don't worry. I like to
Come on.
I like to believe that these things are part of our lore, our town lore, Perryman said. Her dad, Chip Perryman, says it's all a lie. I think the only part that's probably true is the wagon load of monkeys that fell over and got loose, he said. After 100 years of passing down that story, things went bananas. Can I just fucking say, this feels like an AI generator.
It kind of
It does a little bit. Yeah, they aren't elaborating on the ghost monkeys as much as I'd like
They're not
to.
elaborating on fucking shit. It's just like it, and the whole thing. None of you at home are seeing this. Every fucking line we say is its own paragraph.
Yeah.
Not
It is-
the best
everything is
journalists
double
there, I
spaced out.
guess.
All right, change your name. You go now.
Monkey cages and tunnels are stories Chip says a group of high school kids made up 30 years ago. The monkeys
That's such
that
a good excuse, though. Like an old guy being like, high schoolers made that shit up. You can dismiss anything with that.
Oh yeah.
It's all made up.
Anyways.
The monkeys that escaped probably died within a week, which is why there was no monkey cage at Fuller Park. It was an aviary. Reverend Fuller's wife collected exotic birds.
Like monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
As for the tunnels, Chip says, no chance. The ground beneath Athens is all sand. This story is like not giving us anything. Like, go on, bro. Give us
It's
nothing.
an engineering impossibility, he said. However, the legend of Monkey Road and the tales that came after has survived on the internet as well as the local haunted house. I was reading that verbatim because that was a typo left in. So
Me, when I leave a typo in my like 300 word fucking article.
Owner Jerry Spiva has a Monkey Road theme and says customers have added their own facts to the story.
A Monkey Road theme what?
Haunted house.
Oh yeah, the haunted house is Monkey Road themed, I guess. Which I want to see that so bad. I want to go to the haunted monkey
Fucking
house
don't.
so bad. Mr. Fuller was experimenting on monkeys and even experimented on his wife, Spiva said one customer told him. Oh, so he's just like making shit up.
Yeah.
Admitted
Oh,
it.
so it's a lie.
I think we were
Oh, yeah.
choosing to believe in it, Elizabeth said. Elizabeth says she doesn't believe these stories anymore, but that won't stop her from telling them because, she says, it's a part of what makes Athens special. I just think it's good fun, she said. Growing up out here, there's not a lot to do, so you want to believe in something. This is proof that sometimes the scariest thing is your imagination.
End of article. Just fucking dead ends.
There's a video.
He made this article. I had to scroll so fucking far. It's like maybe 200 words.
I do think that there's something to be said there about like perpetuating myth just to maintain a form of social cohesion
Yeah.
from an anthropological standpoint, even if you don't believe in it.
Oh yeah.
That's fun.
It's an essential part of like being in middle school, is like making
Yeah.
up mythology about your bathroom or something.
Yeah. And it's
Okay, this is so fucked up because it's just a transcript of what they're saying in the video.
really? Oh my!
Oh,
Oh,
geez.
that's probably why it's.
but
written like that.
except they're cutting out parts where the actual newscaster narrator is narrating.
Oh, that's weird.
Hold on.
That's weird.
Like there's like weird parts of it where he's not like he's talking.
I'm
but it's
assuming
not
the
in
production
article.
value isn't all that great.
Yeah, with
I
for a
wonder,
local
just
news
really
channel.
quickly. I want to see.
Real quick, I was watching the television version of the story, right?
I was watching.
No.
I was watching the television version of the story.
I was
And
watching television.
they interviewed this one woman who went to the haunted house twice and was attacked both times.
Okay.
And and the I guess security cam footage or whatever, or I guess they record your stay while you're there. They show a video of her after getting scratched by a spirit that scratched her so hard it draws blood and it bleeds through her t-shirt. It shows this video of her walking like I guess out of the bathroom, butt booty ass naked. with like her crumpled up t-shirt. She's still wearing her t-shirt. It's like blood all over it. It's so fucking funny.
My God.
Oh, you know what? I found the true tragedy of Monkey Bridge. I went to the Google reviews for Monkey Bridge, which is listed as a landmark in Athens, Texas, 2 weeks ago. young secretary reviewed a 1-star review and said, "It states private property." So I guess you're not allowed to go there anymore.
You're just
Someone
not allowed
bought
to go
Monkey
in?
Bridge. Yeah.
I think it's fucked up to name your city Athens and then your landmark is a fucking haunted house, a roadside attraction.
Yeah.
A monkey-themed haunted house.
They've got the fucking
Yeah.
Pantheon over there, dog. What are you doing?
Right, you should rename your town Chimptopia or something. Like,
They should just name it like Monkey Town, Texas.
yeah.
They should name it after that lady that bust into the El Paso Zoo enclosure to give those monkeys hot Cheetos.
Hell yeah. She was a real one. She had a fucked up name too. I remember. I just don't remember the name. I don't remember what it was.
It was
Nancy
L-U-Z. I
Pelosi.
don't remember how to pronounce it.
It was just. Oh, it wasn't fucked up. You're just an idiot.
No, I wasn't saying it was fucked up. I don't remember. I feel like we pronounced it wrong though. And Kim
You
had to
did.
correct me. Was I saying
You
Luz?
fuck you
No.
can't say shit.
Yeah.
You literally, you need
insanely
like a
insanely common given name for Mexican women. Totally unfamiliar.
But yeah, no. If you go to ghostquest.net and for Athens, it's just all this. It's just this. This is the only thing that's noteworthy about this town, apparently. Do we have any listeners from Athens, Texas?
Are you
you
waiting
do
for a
there?
response?
Get us your ghost
Sorry, I don't know what I was. So, okay, hold on. Before we get too off topic, though, Athens. Wait, hold on. It's got a population of almost 13,000. It's called the city has called itself the Black-Eyed Pea capital of the world.
What a fucking made up.
I don't think
place.
that's
And
true.
the first certified retirement community in Texas.
Damn.
Okay.
Fucking made up town.
Oh yeah, and all the buildings look real racist with it too. Anyways, I think this is a good and fun place to leave off. So
yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
We
fuck
learned a
you,
lot
Fuck
about
Athens, Texas.
yeah,
Yeah, fuck you, Athens, Texas. If you're from Athens, go ahead and give us a ring or something.
Yeah.
Send me a DM.
call us on our phone number.
Tell me more about your town so I can more accurately.
Yeah,
report.
if we could interview someone from the town to like go into insane detail, we'll believe anything you say.
Oh yeah,
Anything.
really play it up. Really play it up for the podcast.
Yeah, play it up too.
Like,
Yeah.
We'll turn this into a national mythology thing.
Yeah. But I think we learned some valuable lessons about the construction of myth in society. Also, subscribe to our Patreon. Hey!
Patreon!
If you people don't start paying, I'm gonna have to be selling crack. Okay? I have no job, everyone. Please join the Patreon so that I can eat.
Yum yum
That is
yum.
yeah.
Gotta be able to afford another week of this monkey podcast.
I gotta
Gotta be a way to make
money.
money on this thing.
All right, everyone. This has been episode 44. Thank you all for tuning in. And we'll see
Happy
you
Halloween.
next time.
See ya.
Yay!
I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid.